My name is Genesis Villanueva.
My name is Grecia
My name is Genesis Villanueva.
My name is Grecia Aguinega, and you're watching T-High TV.
Okay, seniors, your class meetings are going to be in C8. The juniors, you have it in P16, sophomores in P9, and freshmen in S2.
Spirit Week's dress-up days is Monday, Superhero Day, Tuesday, Tie-Dye Day, Wednesday, Breast Cancer Awareness Day, and then Thursday will be Throwback Thursdays, and then Friday will be Wear Your Class Colors. If you are interested in sharing your poetry, comedy, spoken word, music, or more, there's an open mic every Tuesday. There's an open mic every third Tuesday of the month in the library. The next one is October 17th at lunch. Rudely interrupted by the little car thing.
Take a break.
I'll race you in my chanclas. Let's go. If you're interested in fighting social injustices, Fight Club meets every Friday at lunch and E7.
So there's going to be a volleyball game here at Tennyson against Mount Eden on Thursday. JV is going to play at 4:15 and varsity at 5:15. There's going to be a football game at Berkeley against Berkeley on Friday. Go.
Hey Lancers, it's Andrea with more news. Film Appreciation Society will be showing Nightmare on Elm Street on Monday, October 16th at 3:30 p.m. If you're interested, talk to Stevens in E7. Also, if you have any suggestions for the homecoming playlist, go to the link below.
Hey Lancers, it's Keisha, your ASB president once again. It's nice to see you guys. I just wanted to give you guys an update. So the ASB team is meeting with admin, which means with the principal and the assistant principals regularly twice a month. Currently, we're working on the situation of our bathrooms and the 60th year anniversary celebration for the foundation of our school. And in the near future, we're going to work on the paint job and the renovations that are needed for our school. So if you have any more suggestions on the things that we should discuss and work on, please go to this link down below. It is anonymous, so I hope that you guys feel comfortable in sharing what your thoughts are on what we should improve on or work on in our school. So we'll set up the suggestion boxes as soon as possible. Just watch out for that announcement, but for now, please go to this link down below. So see you guys.
Hi, my name is Diana.
My name's Eileen.
And we're your 2017-2018 Global Glimpse Ambassadors.
So, we are here to talk to the juniors class of 2019. As your Global Glimpse Ambassadors, we will be nominating some juniors to join the program. And if we don't nominate you and you would like to join, you can come talk to any of us during school.
Also, teachers, be sure to check your emails because you will also be able to nominate juniors for the program.
So teachers, the general criteria for nominations of your student is to demonstrate leadership skills, passion to better oneself, well-behaved, positive, responsible, interested in outside world, likely to pursue post-secondary education, and physical and mental wellness.
And additional criteria is that the student must be a current junior. They have to have a 3.0 GPA, or it could be vouched by a teacher. And that student will attend Tennyson their senior year. And also, if accepted, students will be required to obtain a U.S. passport, non-U.S. passport with residency card, or advanced parole documentation. And juniors, if you are nominated and have trouble obtaining one of these documents, don't worry, Global Glimpse can help you.
And the deadline for the nominations are October 25th.
Thank you, and once again, I'm Diana.
And my name's Eileen.
And we're your 2017-2018 Global Glimpse Ambassadors.
My name's Eric Swalwell. I represent Hayward in the United States Congress. I'm in my third term, and just wanted to talk to you just a little bit about what's going on back in Washington, D.C., but what I think we're fighting for. But we knew that there's a whole generation out there whose dreams were counting on us. And I want to talk to you a little bit about those dreams today, because I think more than ever in our country's history, they're threatened. And what I saw as a prosecutor and as a city council member was that for too many kids in our community, their parents' dreams for them and their dreams for themselves were defined by where they lived. If you lived in a rich neighborhood, chances are you had a lot of resources in your classroom. You had teachers who always had updated training to prepare you, and you had jobs around you that you could look at as models for what you could do if you got an education. If you lived in communities where you didn't have those resources, the teachers had to work twice as hard. They often had to pay out of their own pockets to just give the kids the resources they need in the classroom. And too often, the parents were not just working one job, but usually two, and having a hard time reinforcing for their kids what the kids were learning in the classroom when they had to do their homework at the dinner table. I think, regardless, whether you're black, white, Latino, whether you pray to Allah, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Catholic, at the center of our identity as Americans is this idea that we want the next generation to do better than we did. It's because the next generation invents more, they create more, they help more. And I think right now what we have in Washington, D.C., frankly, is a very, very destructive force in the White House. A president who is frankly going to take us backwards. What I think we have to do in Congress is first do everything we can to allow people to what I say is be more. We just want people to be more in the skills that they receive. I don't know if you guys have been following the healthcare debate, but healthcare is pretty expensive. I saw this when I was 10 years old and got Bell's palsy. And we had a lot of unexpected doctor visits and hospital trips. And for our family, something like that, and for like a lot of families, unexpected medical bills can just wipe you out. You can save for your kids to go to college, you can save to try and buy a home, and if someone gets sick, it could just wipe you out. It doesn't matter, again, where you live or where you come from. We believe that in this country, you have a right to a doctor. That it's a universal right for all people. When I say be more, it means that immigrants in our country are respected because we know they came here to make life better for themselves and their families, and that our communities are stronger when we welcome them, and we're weaker when we try and have them live in the shadows. So be more means having a comprehensive immigration reform plan that puts every person, every new American on a pathway to citizenship. Right now we're working to try and help 800,000 dreamers. We've always had this concept and philosophy that you never hold against the children what their parents did. Each person is judged on their own. And so many of these dreamers came over here because their parents courageously left everything they had to try and bring their kids to more opportunity. I don't think the parents should be punished for that, but I certainly don't believe that the kids who have stood in classrooms like this and have said the Pledge of Allegiance to only one flag should be kicked out of our country and sent to a country that they don't even know. Now the president is all of a sudden interested in the DREAM Act. I'm not fooled by why he's so interested. He's in a feud right now with the Republican Speaker of the House and the Republican Majority Leader of the Senate. He has read the headlines and has seen that the American people are largely behind passing the DREAM Act. And so in his vanity and in his effort to try and stick it to his Republican enemies, he's working with Democrats. But I've met the Dreamers. We've worked for the Dreamers. And it's very hard for me to tell them that we had a chance. It's not even a deal because we're not trading anything. We had a chance to put forward the DREAM Act and deliver the votes on the Democratic side and swallow our pride a little bit and let Donald Trump's pen go on the bill that would make it law. And they're going to say, well, are you going to do that, or are you going to walk away? And I think for them, we do that. If the president or the Republicans say, we will only pass the DREAM Act if you build a wall, that's tougher. But for me, I would never allow 800,000 people to be bargaining chips for a wall. That's not right. That's not how it works. And I actually think that the political nature of this right now, the president knows that these are 800,000 people who the American people are looking out for and expect to have a solution for. So I hope the DREAM Act is passed before the 6 months run out, and then people start being subject to removal. So that's what I mean when I say we have to help people be more. But once you get the skills that you're going to need in this new economy, we're going to want you to make more. Because we want you to be able to start a family, buy a home. If you have a good idea, go out and start your own business. And we're debating in Congress right now tax reform. One philosophy that the president is putting forward is basically if we just lower the taxes that businesses pay and we lower the taxes that the wealthiest pay, that it will all trickle down to you and me. That has never worked. Wealth in this country has never been more concentrated at the top as it is today. 3 out of 4 families today, they do not have the savings in their bank account to handle a $500 emergency. Flat tire, washing machine breaks, kid gets sick. 3 out of 4 families would go in debt or just not be able to take care of it. One other statistic, 7 out of 10 Americans are making the same or less as they were making 10 years ago. So people who are working harder, you probably see your parents are working longer, but they're not bringing home more. So the way I see it is if the president wants tax reform, it must be making sure that businesses get a lower tax rate only if they're willing to share the profits with the backbone of the workforce. That we recognize that the janitor and the CEO and everyone in between are all rowing and working to helping those companies succeed. The responsibility that I hope you understand and answer to is that you're being provided a lot of resources that kids aren't getting across the country. And the best thing you could do with it, as mentors in the community and leaders in the community, reach down and do everything they can to lift you up and give you, as I said, more opportunity than your parents probably had, is not to forget about where you came from. And once you go to college or community college or an apprentice program and you start working, just look out for a kid at this high school who's just like you, and use the other hand and reach down and lift them up. So use both hands. Right now, reach up to any mentor that's out there, but don't forget as you go along that a lot is being given to you and that you have to use your other hand, and you'll find a lot of fulfillment when you do it to lift up the people who come behind you.